Hi, my name is Rebecca Carleen, and this is my case study. So first we're going to identify and analyze the problem. What I do know is the location of the situation is at Slattery Steno High School. The people that are involved is Dr. Harvey Smith, who is currently the principal and has been the principal for many years. Miss Robin Tate is a new teacher that has signed on to teach special classes such as zoology and biology and that sort of thing. William Hall is a specific student that is actually called out and talked about throughout at the end of the case study, and then disgruntled students and parents are also involved as well. The conflict is Miss Tate's classroom rigor is greater than the students are used to. So it is spiking some concerns from the parents and the students on what this class is going to do to their overall GPA. So the rising action, the parents have expressed concern to Dr. Smith. So Dr. Smith has approached Ms. Kate with suggestions, but the suggestions have not been put into place still into her second year of teaching. Really the climax of the case study, there was an unidentified email received by Miss Kate that didn't have very nice words in it, and then it provided a link, and when clicking on the link, this opened up a Facebook page about Miss Tate containing threats. So through this, Miss Tate ends up accusing William Hall for the start of the Facebook page, when we really don't know who did start the Facebook page. Some following action, Miss Tate called Dr. Smith, who reassured her that he would talk to the students the following day. So some things that we need to know. Is Miss Tate's classroom too difficult? Has Dr. Smith really evaluated how Miss Tate is handling her coursework? The students can complain. The parents are going to go off of what the students are saying, but has Dr. Smith truly evaluated Miss Tate's classroom rigor? Which parents are making the complaints? Is there some kind of common theme? Is it just a couple of parents and a couple of students that are complaining, or is it really most of the class? Who sent the email? Again, we don't know. It was unidentified email, so we don't know who sent the email or started the Facebook page. And who's partaking in the comments on the Facebook page? Usually you have to, your comments are associated with your name. So is there a way of tracking those, or are they using, fake names? So just some things that kind of crossed my mind. So the problem is the inappropriate use of internet. Concerns and problems relating to school should not be expressed through social media, and shouldn't be handled through social media as well. The lack of follow-through. Dr. Smith provided suggestion to Miss Kate to incorporate some different things within the classroom, but those were not implemented by Miss Kate. And then accusations from Miss Tate. Really, she shouldn't be calling out any students without knowing for sure. It's understandable that she notices one student's actions within the classroom and how the other students react to him, but to make an accusation that she, would bet that it is this one student is really kind of a problem. So what's our plan of action? First, we need to identify website creator, which students started this Facebook page and sent the email. Secondly, we need to provide maybe course design help. Ms. Tate needs a course evaluation and assistance in how to ensure that the course rigor isn't too much for the level of schooling. And then thirdly, determining Ms. Tate's story. She states that William Hall, acts inappropriately through her classroom or her class time, and that students are kind of thriving off of his actions. But what are the definite things that are really being done by this William Hall to make her feel so positive that it is him? So implementing this strategy, I think some things that we could do to get this plan into action is to contact the IT department and involve the local police. We need to identify the email and Facebook creator. This is a type of harassment, cyberbullying, and threats that were placed on Miss Kate. So involving the local police, I think, is a must. And then seeing if our IT department can help us in identifying that person. Providing professional development to not only Miss Kate, but to all new instructors to help them transition into the classroom. She had just finished her master's and was still working on some different coursework for herself. And so, something we didn't know is if she had currently been at another position teaching, or if this is her first teaching position after going through all of her schooling. So helping her get into that transition and providing professional development is or would be very beneficial. And then maybe we need to question all the students. Dr. Smith mentioned that he will the next day talk to William Hall, but I think identifying or questioning all the students to identify any suspects would be a good strategy to use to kind of, it would be helpful to understand the students' side of the story as well. Miss Tate is saying that he's acting inappropriately throughout the classroom, but what are the other students feeling and seeing with William's actions? So category 3, resolving the issues. We need to make sure that we keep the best interest of the students. And so I think a couple of things that we need to do to ensure that we're doing the best for the students is making sure that the classroom is a good learning environment. Kids are acting up and they're claiming that this coursework and expectations are too high for the level of schooling. So we need to ensure that our students have a good learning environment. We also need to be teaching digital citizenship and responsibility. Lashing out and putting threats on Facebook and, the cyberbullying is really unacceptable. So I think providing more instruction on digital citizenship and responsibility would be very beneficial to all students at the school. And then reviewing the school policy on how to handle threats and harassment as well as cyberbullying. So the problem resolution, establishing regular classroom evaluations from coworkers and administration. I think if not, we don't know if there is something in place, but there needs to be continual and regular scheduled evaluations to ensure that, the teacher is teaching at a good level for that particular class. That it does mention that the school is located in a community where children have the latest fashion and the newest technology. These families are definitely not financially hurting. And so do we have, some spoiled kids who want it easy because everything's been given to them? So we need to have this evaluation from others, instructors and administration throughout the school to ensure that we're really getting the whole story. And we also need to review the course or the school policies. Dr. Smith believed the email and Facebook page was a prank, not supporting Ms. Tate in the digital form of harassment. And so what is the school policy when this sort of thing happens? Are we acting in an appropriate way? So debriefing the problem and providing some reflection. When I read through the case study, I felt that the students living in these lavish homes and having the newest and the best of everything, I just felt like maybe they just didn't like the more rigorous teaching style. I think if we would look back and know if and how evaluations were being done of the instructors, that these complaints were coming from spoiled children who wanted easy. So I think the school location and the type of community that the school is located in is a big predictor. We have a most prestigious school, so I don't think Dr. Smith followed protocol correctly when he received the email. I don't think he wanted to get the law enforcement involved in his fear of getting a bad rapport. And the assumptions made. I value the importance of investigation before labeling someone guilty. Unresolved issues. So can the creator of the email and the Facebook page be identified? Does the school have a policy on actions towards threats and cyberbullying? And is there digital etiquette being taught within the high school? So when I reflect on this case study to Standard 5, just a kind of a reminder of what Standard 5 is. It's professional ethics. An education leader at the building level applies knowledge that promotes the success of every student by acting with integrity, fairness, and an ethical manner. So demonstrating the standard application, integrity, providing that professional development and course design to help Ms. Tate, implementing digital citizenship courses to all students in bullying, and creating a strong relationship between faculty as well. I also think fairness would be reinforcing that no one is guilty until proven. We also need to be following the policy and the harassment that was witnessed and not being partial to who the concerns are coming from. And then ethically, if we provide regular course evaluation to ensure that the amount of rigor is appropriate, to implement regular teaching evaluation, and to ensure students are provided a healthy learning environment.